anything ever on that.
There until you say.
Selling 1 acre plot lands in heaven. If you are interested in securing your future in the afterlife, my head hurts. Where are they? Oh, it's bait for sure.
Hello?
Hey, Angel, it's Soze. I got a new number because Bone said he was going to SMS me the parole details, so I threw my phone away before he did it.
Okay, I see. Well, thanks for giving me your new number. Hey, I was actually calling you earlier. I was worried that you were trying to dodge me.
No,
I have
new
an
phone
investment
and shit, so.
opportunity for you, Soze.
Sure.
How would you like to buy a mansion in heaven?
Whereabouts is heaven exactly?
Well, it's where you go when you die. So it's a couple billion miles away from here in space, you know?
Shit. I mean, that'd be cool, but who said you could sell it?
I did. I said I could sell it. I prayed to God, and He said that I have the authority to sell places in heaven. So.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, if He said that, then that's pretty cool. How much do they cost?
It's actually $100 per square foot. So, you know, we could kind of do custom plot sizes depending on how big you want the property. If you want landscaping, if you just want the bare acreage, you can build yourself when you die. I mean, the choice is yours. You know, it is heaven after all. So
that sounds great, actually. What's the laws when you get? Hey, but what happens if I don't go to heaven?
Well, what we could do is I actually have some deals on some basement properties in hell that actually just opened up. So you would be living in someone's basement. It's kind of like a landlord special apartment kind of thing, but it'd still be a place for you to hang out there. You know, it's away from the wailing demons and the screaming flesh eaters, you know?
Yeah. Listen, I mean, yeah, they both sound good. So, but what's the lore in either of those? Like, how does it work once I sort of leave?
Well, you kind of just have to do whatever God or Satan tell you to. Like, they kind of make up all the rules as they go. So.
Okay.
So I could tell you what the laws are now, but they could change by the time you die. You know, who knows?
Wait, so will there be laws in the property I get, or is it like my own jurisdiction?
Well, there'll be. Listen, it's heaven. You know, I'm sure that if you talk to God, He'd be willing to give you jurisdiction over your own house. So.
Well, I mean, if you're selling it to me, then I'd like at least have, you know, my own powers in there. But the thing is, you got to remember when I get these powers, right? Just because I have the jurisdiction in that area, do I have the authority to make my own laws, though?
You would, but I think God would reserve the right to rescind those laws if He thought they were stupid or something.
Okay. So, I mean,
so you could basically have your own house with your own laws and it's your own lands, but if God hears about some stupid stuff you're doing, He could be like, no, my son, that is not legal.
Wait, so then I wouldn't be able to do it because you'd just say no.
Yeah, well, I mean, He's God. He can do that.
Well,
I mean, He just says it. He decides it, like, you know. I wanted to make it so that, like, I could have an ice cream machine in my house on Sundays, and God actually told me that I couldn't do that. So The zoning laws are pretty tough in heaven. I will say that.
But he just tells you, and that's how you guys do it over there. Wait,
That this is how. Yeah, he
by
just tells
praying.
you. Yeah, by
Wait a
praying.
second. So you don't actually go there and see it yet?
I haven't seen my house yet, no, but I'm sure it's very nice.
I am so fucking interested in going to heaven. Do I what? Oh, I mean, if it's hell, it doesn't really matter if I can do the same shit, I guess.
Yeah, but it's a bit hotter there. I don't think they have air conditioning. They have like swamp coolers.
Okay. So would you say like who runs hell?
Satan, Baphomet.
Interesting.
But there it's kind of more of like a collective, like-minded. But I would compare it more to like an HOA kind of deal, and Satan's like the HOA leader. Like the HOA board president kind of a thing. And then there's like a collective of like miniature demons, and then they all represent their own constituencies from the 13 circles of hell. It's like it's a whole thing,
Right. But I mean,
it's a bit more complicated down there.
But I mean, okay, so these are just like, separated entities really when you think about it, but like God and the devil, are they have like an equal power? That's why they don't take over each other or something? Like, what's the stoppage there?
No, God could get rid of Satan if he wanted to, but he likes to leave him there because it increases the recruitment for heaven properties, keeps their prices sky high,
Well, what doesn't make sense? He could just cut the devil in half and close the doors and make everybody come to heaven.
Yeah, but he doesn't necessarily want all the people that are going to heaven because they might not have the money to buy the property that he is trying to sell. So it's like a money thing for him.
Okay, I see, the rich people.
Yeah, he doesn't want poor people going to heaven, basically.
Okay. Interesting. So if the devil, whoa, hold on a second. What if somehow God went to God heaven?
Where I don't think he can die though. I'm pretty sure like he's ethereal.
Oh, he's
forever.
not dead. He went to a new heaven, a bigger
so
heaven.
If he died
heaven.
and so he just left. I mean,
Yep.
I guess he could make heaven 2.0.
Right.
I never really thought about it like that.
And what if when he left, he said to the people, like, listen, you guys have all these properties and shit and whatnot, but like, somebody else is gonna have to run this place. And honestly, I'm taking my laws with me, and since they're in my head, technically now no laws exist.
I guess that place would become hell.
He said, hey, Angel Michael, I give you permission to run that place. You just have to pass it by me. Now what happens?
Well, then I guess I would become the new ruler of heaven.
Yeah.
I'd be an angel if you would.
Yeah, but there'd be no laws to begin with, right?
I'd have to make
Only
them
what
probably.
you wanted. Yeah, well, your process of making them is how you want to make it. So what if he said to you, ma'am, you are now a spirit of God. I am giving you legislative authority to write anything, and any law that you write is now created, though you must follow these guidelines. 1, due process, blah, 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 blah. 1, searching, the other shit, the rest of our Constitution.
Okay.
Otherwise, those laws are not in existence. But when you write that legislation, I'm going to okay it and not contest it. But what I might do later, you know what? I won't tell you yet. But you go ahead. Here, start in your office. It's called Los Santos fucking County. It's the first one you got. Do what you want. Go ahead and write the legislations. Now what?
I guess I'd get on my pen and paper and start writing so that I don't get smitten by God.
Yeah, so think about this. There's another half of this heaven up there called Blaine County, and there's people up there.
Okay.
And, well, they know there's no laws right now because nothing's written. They know the legislation's the law. But some random doofus comes over from Los Santos County, just starts fucking, imposing his own laws, making them up as he goes, saying anything. If there's no law there, is what he is doing wrong?
No, but what we would do is we'd put together an army and go crush them and bring them under our control. That way we can keep our property values high in Los Santos.
You could make them even higher.
That's right.
You could burn down half of heaven and just turn that into a...
We'll turn it into golf courses and resorts for gambling and amenities for Los Santos heaven.
But either way, you know, what if God said, hey, by the way, I didn't tell you, I did just make another angel spirit of the heavens, and they've got the same constitution as you, and they just said that they own Blaine County now, and I authorized it. Now what?
I'd be pretty upset about that. I don't know. I'd probably have to figure out a way to work with my new angel counterpart and find a way to secretly subvert their power and kill them over time.
Well, when you made the golf courses, why didn't you just say, hey, I'm going to have my equal authority and its power is on this entity as well? Why wouldn't you just make that happen? So if God did make another one and it was
I could incorporate Heaven 2.0.
Yeah, if it was only the same power that came in, they wouldn't be able to, you know, shake anything because the bill would not be able to get passed.
That's right. I would already have claim over the lands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're
I mean,
smart.
that'd be cool.
You're thinking a lot more forward about my heaven land sales than I am, Soze.
Yeah. I mean, you know, doesn't matter where it is, heaven or hell, and I think we're in hell at the moment, if you ask me.
Actually, I think we're in Los Santos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Los Santos right now. I do see Blaine County, though.
Yeah, I'm not in Los Santos. I'm in lawless land. So.
Well, that wouldn't be true because the penal code is of the state of San Andreas. So it isn't lawless, but to enforce the capture of said criminal would be out of the jurisdiction because the penal code is actually the state of San Andreas.
How do you know I'm not in space right now, like above San Andreas?
Depends.
I could be on a rocket ship right now.
You would be either in federal space if we don't own the space. So you'd be what is it, like 30 miles up or some shit? 40 miles, 50 miles it goes to?
I'm pretty sure it's 30.
Contested. Yeah, I don't know. Well, if you're above that, then technically you're in international air, I guess.
Okay.
So,
and I'm not part of any international treaties or communities, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically it would be because it depends on the United States of ship. But the thing is, the relevance of what happens here is Blaine County, no matter what, would have still been of state land, just like Los Santos is of state land. But when you give an entity authority as a municipal under you, and they have that power, they can still request power in other regions to have equal power there. So I believe, no matter what, logically, even the waters would be of that county's jurisdiction because it's 24 miles out or something like that before it changes, right?
Right.
I believe in America, and you know that's a standard. So the air standard would be the same too. The only difference is I just don't think people can detain people.
So wait, are you saying that if I'm in Blaine County and I go to heaven, then Blaine County has jurisdiction over me in heaven?
No, if you leave, I think there'd be a different jurisdiction. It's quite confusing, but there's likely a border above you, height-wise, considering heaven's so far away, or maybe
it's like
another
a couple
universe.
quadrillion light years away. So.
Yeah, it's really confusing how it all works, huh?
Yeah, but what if Blaine County forged a treaty with God?
Mm-hmm.
Would I then have to listen to their lies?
Well, it depends on what the treaty said. That's how authority works. Just because you have authority from somebody, it needs to be legislative authority. Or it could be even as simple as like medical authority, where you could oversee medical things. It's all dependent on the authority that is passed from the state to you in which you can enforce. So
I see.
Think about it. When a mayor gives a law enforcement the authority to go and do something via the legislation which the state gave them, that's only when it is lawful.
Okay, I see. So I'm not going to sign any treaties with the LSPD or Blaine County jurisdictions in my
No,
heaven.
screw
I'm
them.
not
You
going to do
don't want
that.
to. You don't want to do
I'm
that. No.
keeping my own independent jurisdiction up there.
Yeah. In fact, you should keep as much. If you're the only person that can sell houses, I mean, you're now the real estate agent of heaven. That's your
I
authority.
am. I am.
The
That's very
the
important
property
authority to have.
authority. You know what I'm going to do tonight, though?
What's that?
I'm going to pray to this authority and ask to be one of his judges. And I'm going to ask if I could write new legislation, and if it's written, then that is the law, unless he says otherwise.
Wait, hold on. I want you to write legislation for me, not for him.
I'm back. I finished, and he said, okay. I
What did
just
he
wrote
say?
on a piece of paper, I now own all the properties, and you can no longer sell them.
What? That's not what he told me.
Oh, shit. Maybe he's just fucking with us. He's a prankster sometimes.
He wouldn't prank me. I'm one of his most loyal acolytes. You
Well,
know,
I got a
he
tinfoil
used to
hat
call
on,
me his
so...
little angel of death, you know?
Yeah, I got a tinfoil hat on, so maybe I couldn't pray anyway. Don't know if it worked. I was just pretending.
I think the brainwaves would be blocked, so.
Yeah. Well,
All right, well, if you want to buy any property, Soze, you just give me a call, okay?
Okay.
I'll take care of you. Make sure you get you a mansion with a swimming pool or something cool.
Okay, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
A bowling alley. I don't know.
Hey, you just said... you just said... Okay. Listen, yeah, no, I'm crazy enough to go by the laws that aren't written anywhere.
Oh,
Why
these
not?
are written down. Actually, I'm writing these laws down as we speak.
You're writing his laws down or your laws?
God's law is written already.
But you...
I'm living by his law. He also gave me the authority to write laws for the real estate company.
Oh, futz, that's... Okay, so the written law is still law. That's good. So, that's great, actually. That's really good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds great. I mean, well, yeah, can you just write some law that gives me stuff and shit like that? That sounds great. Yeah, okay. I'll give you some money.
You know
one
what?
day.
I might be willing to write a discount into the law for you too. I'll consider it.
Okay, sounds good.
If you decide to buy, though. Only if you decide to buy.
Hey, you happen to speak to Crane today, by the way?
I was actually about to have a chat with him until you called me.
Oh, wait, I called you. Wait, oh, I did call you. I got a new phone.
Yeah, you did
Oh.
call me, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is that guy doing okay? He walked past us in the courtroom. He sort of looked like the ghoul out of Fallout. I feel like, was his nose like shrunk or something? Is he dying?
Yes, he's okay. He's just getting yelled at by a bunch of ungrateful lawyers who don't like current processes, and we're just writing new processes. So we just wrote a new FOIA protocol.
What's that do exactly?
It just outlines how the PD have to FOIA things and or say how the PD have to respond to FOIA requests from lawyers because PD were ignoring them blatantly,
Okay.
and that was not okay with us. So we just put new guidelines in to fix that.
And did Bones happen to pass on some information on how you could prevent violation of rights from people going to jail for longer?
No,
than
but
they're
I was
sentenced to
actually just
be?
about to talk to
Bail,
Bones too.
parole?
It's funny you mentioned him. I was just about to talk with him too. So
Yeah, I mean, listen, I had a few violations of my rights there, but I don't think me complaining will fix anything in that situation, so I'm not going to cry about it. Hopefully Bones can help you out, so I don't have to help him out myself.
I mean, it'd probably be easier if you just communicated your issues instead of taking the matters of the law into your own hand.
Well, I wasn't going to take the matter of the law into my own. I wasn't going to just shoot him or something. Jesus. I didn't even know where my gun is. I
Okay.
threw it on the highway for safety reasons.
That's not very safe.
Why? Would a gun on an unlicensed person that's a convicted felon be safer on me or on the highway?
I think it'd be safer if you turned it into a police department.
You would trust a felon to walk with a gun that just murdered 3 police officers. You would prefer that to happen?
To give it to them, yeah, I think so. I think that's relatively safe. I mean, we had safe harbor laws in the past for guns to be turned in.
Why would that be deemed safer in this situation? Is it only better because it's the safest route or just because it's safer?
It's definitely safer than throwing it on the side of the road. I mean, sure, the PD could still fuck around and do something dangerous with them, but they're more likely than not going to do that.
Yeah, I think the same with like a police vehicle. If I left it on the side of the road and someone crashed into it and died and it was my fault, or they got the weapons out of it or the evidence out of it, that'd be my fault. And I think at the police station would also be safer. So I agree with you, Angel. It's a good point you make.
I'm glad we can agree on something.
All right. Well, you have fun with your conversations, and I can't wait to
Thank you.
see what changes. I hope I see the
Well, I can't promise
changes.
anything will change, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a chat with them regardless. So.
Okay. Yeah. Have a good
Okay.
day, though. And thanks for
All right,
the
bye, Soze.
heaven
Think about
property.
my offer.
Yeah.
$100 a
Bye.
square foot.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
bye.
buy it all. Bye. This life sucks. Jesus. I might just buy a square foot and put a bullet in my head.